Hey, this is Chris, keeping it real, facts over fear. A little discussion here about herd immunity. What do we need to get herd immunity here in North Carolina? Well, the population of North Carolina is 10 million people. Right now we have 95,000 confirmed cases, which means we actually have nearly 1 million actual cases. So we are, and herd immunity for COVID-19 has been estimated at 70% of the general population. So we have 6 million more people to go before we get herd immunity. Now, which will happen first? Will we get herd immunity first because everybody's gotten it, or will we get it because there's a vaccine? I'm betting on the former. Because there are no vaccines that are going to be ready this year. They may not even be ready early next year. It may be next summer before we get vaccines. And so, as you look at these graphs, understand something. This is something that has to happen if we're going to get out of this. It is catch-22, and nobody wants to get sick. But the fact of the matter is, people have to get sick in order for this thing to truly be over in any kind of reasonable amount of time. We cannot all sit inside our homes and hunker down forever. And as you can see, if you watch the news and you see what other people are doing, despite the fact that there are lockdown orders all across this country, people are going out and people are doing what they want to do, because at some point you just say to heck with it. I am not going to just sit at home and wait for somebody else to figure out something if it's going to take another 9 months or a year. So that's just the way it is. It's time to be grown up about it. It's time to be mature in our understanding of what we face, while at the same time still trying to be careful and not, let's not be, stupid about things. But people aren't being stupid about things now, and look at this curve is going up, and it's not meant to alarm you. It's just that this is the way it is, because people aren't going to just sit at home and do nothing. Fortunately, the death rate is still hovering around 20 people a day in North Carolina. It has since this curve was right about here, right about the end of March. So even though the number of cases is going up, and which is really because the number of tests are going up, and that is a one-to-one correspondence. Our positive rate on tests is still at 7.1%. It has been right around 7% since the beginning of this, I keep wanting to call it a plague, pandemic. So that's what is the most important stat? How many people are dying? Well, not many people are dying. And I don't know about other states. I just know about North Carolina, because I've got these stats that I can look up anytime I like. So we look at this figure, we say 1 million people, trying to get an idea of how long this could last. If this stays at 2,000 a day, which is really 20,000 a day, it's 140,000 a week of actual cases, which means literally in another 7 days we will have 200,000 confirmed cases and 2 million people. Pretty quickly, we are going to reach the point where we are closing in on that 70% figure. And it's not going to take all that long. And as long as people aren't dying, and unnecessarily, and as long as the hospitals have space, and they do in North Carolina, then this is good news. Because it means a lot of people are getting this, and not very many people are even getting sick enough to go to the hospital, much less dying from it. So we need to keep these things in mind. Have some perspective about what's going on. Be careful. Don't be reckless. But as much as possible, try to resume your life, and because everybody's got to work, everybody's got to eat, everybody needs to see each other, everybody needs company. There's a lot of things that we just cannot postpone for 6, 9, or 12 more months. So I just wanted to call your attention to this fact. I can't say anything about other states. All I know is about North Carolina. All right, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below. Like and subscribe. We appreciate when you do. And we will see you on the next fact-based video.